Now, I'll tell you this. Dope ass interview so far. Dope ass. I hate saying interview. Like I don't like it. I think it's just a dope conversation.
It's deeper than interview.
It's conversation.
Yeah, it's a dope conversation, a dope relationship we're building. You feel me?
Yeah, look, he with that shit.
Yeah, I pay attention.
Yeah, that shit is
the
real
championship is on the way.
The championship.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You can't have the championship. You can be a champion. The champ is the champ. But you have to have the ship of all these different competitors and all these different great people for you to be the champion of the championship. You still need that ship, baby.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee. So now the one thing I want to talk to you about, because I've been getting into this shit like a mother. Not that I always didn't love it, but now I'm getting able to have the interviews with these people, right?
Right.
And we spoke about Keyshawn. I had
boxing.
I had an interview with
boxing.
Lamont Roach. Before we even talk about that, before we even get to that, you see how like Jim Jones just challenged Cameron to a boxing match?
Yeah.
When he spoke the word boxing match, I'm like, I hope to God somebody calls out Sauce Walka on the boxing match. You feel like when it comes to all the...
to be real, let me let you talk.
No, when you feel like when it comes to all the artists involved, the entertainers, that you're the illest when it comes to this boxing shit?
Without a question, I honestly, like, from the shoulders, I feel like I can probably beat up any rapper that's like a real rapper though. Like this, like a real rapper though. Like, it's obviously in the world that can beat me up and whoop me too.
Not like Shakur Stevenson rapping.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about like no real boxer or nothing that like me grew up in the gym and boxing in the streets. I grew up boxing in the gym, boxing in the streets, boxing in the penitentiary. Like, I've fought on every scale of fighting that you can fight. I still spar to this day. I grew up sparring. I grew up in the same gym as the Charlo twins and Regis Prograis and Juan Diaz. I grew up in Savannah Boxing Club in Houston up under Mr. and Mrs. Savannah. That's like one of the most legendary boxing gyms in Texas. And a lot of the great trainers like Ronnie Shields and a lot of the other trainers that people love come up out of that gym. And I grew up in that gym. A lot of my friends are boxers. A lot of my childhood friends in my city are boxers. But outside of respecting the art form of boxing, from a professional boxing standpoint, just being from Texas, we are big on hand-to-hand combat. We've been big on putting the guns down. Like, it can be a room of that all want to shoot each other, but if speak on and say, I beat, like, we want to squabble, I bet you, I'll whoop you. We are willing to put guns down and have these physical with hands to see who the best with, you know what I'm saying, from the shoulders. But at the same time, too, like, you know, fighting is fighting. You know what I'm saying? You got people that's like into like MMA and shit like that. If they really, really good at that, like jiu-jitsu and choking motherfuckers, like maybe somebody like that that's like really, really good at that and like good at that, maybe they got action, but just like, on some real...
Yeah, on that boxing shit.
Boxing from the shoulders, like, I really probably punish, you know what I'm saying, on some real shit. Like, I don't even have security and shit like that the way rappers and shit do it. Like, rappers don't even feel safe or get the respect that I get. But don't get it twisted. Like, some not hoes in this, they can fight. And it's certain boxers that I respect that do boxing. Like, it's certain people that, like, we want to fight me or... It ain't no bunch. The only person that want to like box me that I'm a box is like they'll call me out as like Snap Dogg. Like Snap Dogg can box. He can like really fight, but he a lot smaller than me, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, now I'm at the end and styles make fights. But you know, for me it just be like, I be getting so much money, I be drugging and thugging, I'm smoking weed, I'm trying to get all these business and shit done. And fighting is big to me, but it's still minute with all the different shit I got. Then I be doing little stupid shit too, like I put $1 million in my mouth, put these big-ass diamonds in my mouth. I had that already set before I said, oh, I'm going to go for boxing again, I'm going to box. So then I'm still being me. I just had a real fight with one of my friends with my new $1 million grill in. Since I just changed my teeth and one of these big-ass diamonds went through my mouth. I don't know if we can see it on camera.
Damn.
I
think you could see it.
You see that slick right there?
Orlando, you're supposed to be the G with the motherfucking zoom in, goddammit.
Hold on, what a can. Sorry, here. Hold on.
Now we'll get that zoomed in. We'll do the editing process.
I got a slit right there. I think that's it. Right here. Yeah, that's it. Right there, that line right there. That's where my shit tried to come back. My gum had to come back together.
Damn.
I know you were mad as hell.
You can see her here too, like, hold on.
So that shit was leaking when it happened?
Yeah, I got hell of it right now, but you can see the cut.
The first $1 million grill that got
right
cut
there.
through. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, you can see it though when I move my hair right there.
So back to it, right?
Look, the knot.
Yeah. I can see it, yep. We'll see it in the camera.
Right
We'll definitely be hitting the zoom in once we drop this shit for
that
sure.
Knot, that's when my diamond, one of these diamonds right here went through my lip and it actually like protruded. It impaled. It came to the other side. But
so it went through
it
went through the mouthpiece and everything?
Nah, I had a real fist fight.
Uh-oh.
Like there's just be some shit we be
saying, like,
That's how we kind of keep order though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Before we go get the backstabbing each other and sliming each other out, we don't do that shit. Like,
so you feel like you lost that fight?
Hell nah, I ain't lose that fight. It's an injury in the fight.
Yeah.
You ain't fighting hard if you ain't fighting for real if we both not getting hit. But the goal is to hit and not be hit. But you can't really engage if you're not willing to take one and give one. When I fight, I'm going to engage.
I was just talking about this earlier, right? I'm like, I don't know. I think it's just because I'm podcasting that a motherfucker just sit there and be like, oh, he's soft, he's a bitch. I enjoy it.
I seen you was finna whoop ass on here. I seen you was finna kick some ass on the motherfucker. Bullshitting with you. Hey, let's speak on that. My boy that went viral up here a few times since I've been gone, man. You been doing your thing, man. You had motherfuckers check each other, slap on each other. You was finna kick a couple people ass up here.
Yeah.
Told them we'll go outside, beat your ass up right now, up in here or outside. And I damn enough finna whoop some of them same folks that you was finna whoop. It be all type of shit.
Boy.
But you know what I'm saying? But you know, if any rappers did have any action with me with the boxing shit, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Blueface, he cool. He got a decent little setup and he tall. You know, he tall, he got long arms. And you know what I'm saying? He did his work. Like he didn't work for it. Snap nice. He's short, he's small, compact, but he's strong and he got something from the shoulders. Me, I'm really gifted with that shit when I take it serious, but it's just more or less about me getting myself my win and my health, keeping my win up. But I like fighting so much that when once my adrenaline going and we fighting, I'm finding ways to preserve my win. I might move less and just stay in place and, you know what I'm saying, be more physical and up close and, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know how to
Once somebody
close
got
the
that
distance.
mentality too.
Yeah, I got the killer's
like when
instinct.
you say that shit, like the thing is like, I ain't trying to diss rappers. Not at all.
Yeah,
but it's just like when you say this shit, they be
be-
getting sentimental about the shit.
Yeah.
And emotional. But the truth is a lot of these motherfuckers don't know how to fight.
Yeah,
when
they
you
never
got
had
somebody
a
that know
fight
how
in
to
their
fight
life.
that
A lot of rappers
mentality.
never did a push-up, bro.
Facts.
These never did nothing athletic in their life. Another rapper that could fight too, but he's more a YouTube streamer, but he can fight though. He cool. DDG cool too.
Okay, yeah.
Like as far as like boxing, like, cause you know what I'm saying, you can fist fight, you can fight in the streets. That's one thing, but when you put them gloves on and you get in this ring and you got to go 3-minute rounds and you got to do that 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, that shit different, bro.
Mentality is everything.
Yeah.
Like I know a couple people that were nice, like sparring.
Yeah.
But then when their mentality ain't there.
Yeah, the
you know
mentality goes different. That comes with the crowd.
Yeah.
That's about fighting under the lights.
Yeah.
Sparring is more intimate, it's family. It's people still the crowd and people talking shit, but the oohs and the eyes is all from people that you all look at as
But
warriors.
also when you walk into the ring with a warrior, when somebody's like, just like off rip, right? Like you ain't scared.
Right.
So one of these rappers sit there, they talk shit to you. They're like, let's get in the boxing ring, and you just immediately are like, nah, we can go right now.
Yeah,
That fear that pops in right there,
See,
just be making people freeze up right there and then pop, pop.
But see, that be the thing
pieces
too.
of
Like
biscuit.
it be for what's the purpose? Like certain, it's been that want to fight me, but I'm like, I'm not gonna fight you on camera. We want to fight for something real. We gonna squabble for something personal. So letting the fame and the kind of glory and all that trying to, we got a real vendetta amongst each other. We not, even though we willing to fight with gloves on out of respect, we want to see 2 black men go home to their families. I really want to hurt you, and you really want to hurt me. I really don't like you. You really don't like me, and I don't give a about you making no money. And I don't give a about you caring about me making no money. I just want to show you how I beat your bitch ass up.
Yeah.
I just want to show you how I drop you, how I handle you, or I just want to show you ain't gonna whoop me. I don't give a we ever fighting, it's a draw. You ain't gonna drop me, you ain't gonna whoop me, you ain't gonna do nothing to me, you're not gonna handle me.
Yeah,
so I don't give a fuck about the world seeing that. I don't give a fuck about the no clout and fame and you want to blow up it, win, lose, or draw. Fuck all that. I want to hurt you, you try to hurt me. Now, with the rapper shit, we can, when it's just straight real rapper shit on rapper time, but we still fighting for the sport of fighting. Now it's a sport. Now it's honor, but you still got to be in the rankings to be in the playoffs. I'm somebody this, I'm him, I'm that, boy, I'm real. You know what I'm saying? You got to be somebody for your name to be mentioned. You got to, ain't fighting Joe Blow, Joe Schmoes off the streets every day and giving them the same opportunity to be Gervonta Davis, Floyd Mayweather, or even these rappers that are boxing. Rappers that are boxing are still boxing people that got somewhat of a name or somewhere in the same space as them, unless you a boxer trying to go amateur, and it ain't no bunch of boxers trying to go amateur. I think Snap Dogg is probably, again, the only person that did some amateur boxing or tried to do that, you know what I'm saying? But I just know me, from my defense, from my jab, my shoulder roll, my footwork, and I got a chin, like, you not gonna, you ain't a nigga.
I'm not a professional fighter, right? But I had, you know, I did training and shit like that, like martial arts and shit like that, a little boxing training. But I'll be seeing somebody, like, I'm an aggressive dude, and I'm really like, I like fighting.
You can see the bitch in niggas.
Yeah. So I seen, you know, we had a couple boxers up here. And some of the boxers I had up here, I'm like, small. Like, if I get a hold of this person, I'm a body slam them on their neck and I'm gonna kill them.
Right.
Like, that's always been like, that's for me, that's like the finishing move.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, what do you do now when I got you? Like,
some of these strong as hell.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, I'll be thinking about that shit and I'm like, I'll f this motherfucker up right here. You feel like when you see some of these, like let's say this, right? Let's just put it in perspective. Let's say it's Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather is a little dude.
Not in person though.
I seen him in person a few times. Like I'm like 210 pounds, right?
I know, but when you in the gym though, it's different.
That's different.
That's different.
But if you feel like if you got into a street fight with one of these guys, you feel like you could fuck them up?
I mean, I feel more or less as a man. Every man size up other men when they get in rooms with other men as a warrior, just as a man. It's just something that you think about, a life or death situation or violence, or if shit go wrong, or okay, how I'm gonna go at him, or how I'm gonna exit this room if I gotta fight and defend myself or hurt somebody and get out the room, like, or this mother think he this and that. I know I beat the shit out of you, so just don't ever disrespect me. But we cool. Know what I'm saying? Like, every man that's a real man that got balls and there's, you know what I'm saying, ain't no hoe and not have
so not even to disrespect Floyd Mayweather, I'm not. But you feel like if it was a street fight, you feel like you could fuck him up?
No, I don't feel like nobody could Floyd Mayweather in a street fighter like talking about, unless you really impose your strength over him. But bro, it's not weak. That's what I'm saying. Nick, you will feel like that about some of these smaller fighters. That's why I don't underestimate. I've been to the penitentiary, bro. When you go, and I'm from Texas too, so both of those things, components matter. So it's like, well, even when I speak of Snap, I don't think that I could just beat up another rapper just because he's smarter than me. If you strong and you have a skill set with your size, all that size shit, it matters, but it don't matter. It matters because that's why they got
only if you have the skill set to match up to it.
Exactly, and even still in boxing, that's why they got a weight class. In the weight class, you can have the same skill set as me, but if your punches just by weight are not hurting my body and not wearing me down, and you can't get the lucky straight chin shot to knock me out, my weight and my size is going to be imposed on you. But that also matters. It changes in the street, because in the street fight, all rules, everything is everything is all off. So now the certain things that a boxer could do that they have been trained to do and they have learned from doing from years and years of fighting and sparring, but it's still illegal. Now in a street fight, I can do that.
Yeah.
And I can still use my regular fighting techniques and tactics that I use in regular fighting. But now
it's a cheat code.
Yeah, I can hit you in places and hit you a certain way or punch you in the back of your head, and I know this is gonna knock you out. And I know how to aim for that. I know how to get up under that. And I know the timing of distance between the punch. You are naturally thinking to grab me or to throw a punch like this, when I am naturally trained to come straight here. It's a large amount of time that you building up and winding up a punch to hit me to do this while I'm already right here. Here. And now you talk about...
What did Kendrick say? Bing, bang, boom, bow.
Yeah, and now I can change this right here to this. And now my elbow's involved. Yeah. So you don't know who know what in fighting, just know you just need to know that you ready. And I bet not find out that you ain't.
Now you seem like somebody that you don't around when people play that type of game with you. You're like, oh yeah, I could do this with you, right? You ever have a situation, and I know in the back of my mind,
as soon as somebody tell me that, I'm gonna give them the opportunity right then. If you think you could with me, we finna go outside and find out right now. You ever have a situation with somebody famous that you had to... Hell nah, because rappers ain't on that. Rappers want to be cute. Rappers want to be neat. They want to get high. They don't want no problems. They don't want nobody to touch their jewelry. They don't want to wrestle, get roughed up. They don't want to get embarrassed.
Like no YK Osiris or no shit like that.
No, but then I already have a certain aura on me and my partners. I'm already a certain type of gangster. Like, I invite that shit though. Like, a person ain't even gonna go there. If you not from Texas and grew up the way we grew up, you ain't even finna think to come at me like that, bro. Like, you gotta grow up a certain type of way that we grow up to like, motherfuckers grow up in a certain age where all they think is a gun. Like, a gun is their only power. But that shit is, like, you can have the power over guns and you ain't even a person that's with the hand on the trigger. I can make somebody that love you do some shit to you that you would never think that they'll do to you because of other concerns and needs that they have in their life that's more important than their relationship to you.
Absolutely.
So how much power is it that you have with a gun in your hand? So if you are a person and a man in this field of war, and you understand the power of all arts of war, hand-to-hand combat, weapons, leadership, dictatorship, captains, colonels, and generals. You got to know how to do all of those things to be the ultimate male, the ultimate warrior, the ultimate, you know what I'm saying? The alpha male. To be you have to understand that there's a time and place for all of those things. As much as you don't want them, you may not want to do none of these things, and you may not glorify or praise none of these things that you have to do, because nobody likes violence when people really get hurt. Yeah. When the real hurting starts.
It takes people to be in the physical presence of somebody like yourself to understand that you operate that way, though. You know, because a lot of people talk shit on the internet. They type shit. They behave like that, but they ain't really like that. Now, into the boxing shit. Before I let you go, I got to ask you this, right?
Yeah, I want to talk about boxing.
I interviewed Lamont Roach prior to his fight.
Right.
He kept telling me over and over again, even off camera, he was like, yo, trust me, bro. He knows I'm like that. His camp knows I'm like that. Nobody knows. Like, he's like, all these suckers on the...
They call it casuals.
Yeah, he's like, all these suckers that keep typing me and acting like they know what they're talking about. Me and him already scrapped. He knows I'm like that. Mm-hmm. When you saw that fight, do you think that they should have counted that point against him? Do you think Lamont Roach won, or do you think it wasn't enough?
I think it was for what it is. I think it could be considered a rightful draw, but I also lean towards that Lamont Roach won that fight. I believe he won the fight simply because he outclassed the champ. In boxing, you have to do two things to beat the champ. You either got to knock out the champ or completely outclass the champ. But you have to beat the champ. You're not going to just get the win because you survived or you put up a good fight. Surviving and putting up a good fight are both honorable things, but when you actually are into the world of boxing and you actually love boxing, you're not a casual, you actually maybe participated in the sport, you've been in the ring, you know about regionals, nationals, golden glove, silver glove, like you really around with boxing, then you kind of look at it with a whole different viewpoint and you understand, bro, lost that fight.
Facts.
Like when you really, really know boxing and know boxing for what it really, really is, Tank lost that fight. No matter how much people, emotions and feelings are attached to it, because Tank is a hero of the hood. The ghetto love the Tank. The streets love Tank. We all love Tank. Tank represent the streets. That's beautiful. That's what's up. But it's other black men and other people out here from the streets, from the hood, Hispanic, Edgar Berlanga. It's a bunch of different people that represent the streets that's a part of boxing, that love boxing. They just have not been crowned king. Gervonta Davis has been crowned king.
Facts.
So...
And shout out to Berlanga because he just bodied somebody.
Yeah, he just killed the man, destroyed him. And I knew Berlanga was that, and I know he wasn't going to be Canelo, but I know he's still that.
Yeah.
So...
Here goes where I'm bothered by it, right, real quick, is like the people come up with the commentary, oh, well, he didn't convincingly beat him and shit like that. The thing I hate about that shit is Lamont Roach's life is on the line at that sense. Like the career-changing money, the career-changing image. If the Boxing Commission says Lamont Roach wins, he knows, because we spoke on it, he knows that, yo, if they say and the new, I could change everybody's life around me.
If to my personal opinion, I don't think he should take the rematch, and I think he's already done what you just said. I think off of what he's already accomplished with the draw, he's already in a life-changing situation to where he could change every person around his life forever. He's now what's called a prize fighter, guaranteed. He's now what's also called a A-side fighter right now. But if he does the what I like to call the Deontay Wilder, and chase the legacy of getting the win, because you thinking from more of 100% on the boxing aspect than the business aspect, which Gervonta Davis has clearly showed everybody. The larger amount of his success is from the business module of the way he does boxing that was being gifted to him through Mayweather and Mayweather Promotions and PBC. But at the end of the day, so fucking what? That's what he's supposed to do. I'm not mad at Gervonta Davis for that. Get your money on, nigga. Get rich and whoop people ass that you know you can whoop. But like Lamont Roach was telling you, somebody knows that's been in the sport. Like this nigga been boxing since before, like how they say collegiate. You know what I'm saying? This person been boxing since the very, very beginning. Before we went to middle school and high school with this shit, we was 5 and 6 in the gym. Oh, now when we got 13, 14, we first start going to little nationals and regionals. Regionals meaning you fighting everybody from your city to the surrounding 4-5 cities. Right. So that means if you from Baltimore and they from DC and then they from Virginia, West Virginia, all y'all are regionally connected to each other. So all of y'all been boxing. If we from Texas, we box the people from Oklahoma to Louisiana to all different parts of Texas. Regionals means that everybody that's within the regional circumference of us, we all meet up at whatever gym that got picked and we all fighting each other for whatever trophy and championship that's going around at the time. That's why you'll see a bunch of these little kids that's taking pictures in boxing and they got all of these different belts. When they grow up, they're gonna be having the same conversations that Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach and Keyshawn Davis and them is having. Like what they saying is, we know people that haven't been in these same groups as us since 15 years old. We know people that just start popping up around when they were 17, 18, or 16. Now we just seeing y'all in the sparring gyms, and you might be you may have the physical attributes to surpass people who are not gifted in boxing that's been boxing longer as us, or people that don't have the same opportunities, or they made bad decisions. They did drugs, they got in trouble, they went to jail, girlfriends, marriages, relationships, whatever come up in boxing that made them not be the creme de la creme or be the most superb. But we still know y'all are missing the basics. Y'all are missing the certain sauce that we got from the beginning. It's just little key niches in boxing and little key moves. And just like in Soviet boxing, there's certain style moves that have just been programmed and trained to a person to where it's first nature. It's not second nature. So what you're going to do to this boxer that you think is a creative move to attack them, it is first nature for him to evade that or to defend that and attack you instantly and knock you in your shit. So that's why a person like Lamont Roach it don't matter that Tank just signed on Frank Martin and all these other boxers that y'all looking at that's only been boxing since they were 16 and 17 years old. I got a certain type of skill set that's set up for me to beat this man or for me to compete with him, along with the fact that I already know his power and he knows my power. So I have no fear of how hard he can hit me. Now, what we talked about earlier, the fear is of the unknown. The hope is in the knowledge that I have. We just talked about that. So if Lamont Roach already fought Gervonta Davis is the child, I already have hope and confidence that I can make it and survive in a fight with you because I already been hit hard with you. I don't care I don't care that you older now and that you're 35 years old and you got a mustache. So what? You still the same that I thought. You just a little better. And guess what? I am
really
too.
knows boxing.
I am too.
You know their first fight, their first fight, amateur fight, ended in a split decision that Gervonta won. Right? He got a point deducted. Lamont Roach got a point deducted. He challenged it. They said the point should have never been deducted. He actually should have won that fight. And they advanced him to the nationals as well. So they actually fought again in the nationals when Gervonta actually won.
That's when you got
technically the boxing
America
commission said you won the first fight, and since they didn't give you the win, we're not going to take it away from Gervonta.
But we're going to take you to go to nationals. You get to go to nationals and fight against everybody in America.
So ironically, their first professional fight, the same shit happens.
So if it was me, if I was Lamont Roach, because like I said, I with Tank, you know what I'm saying? Nobody could ever, that's what people always got to remember this too. Nobody can undo or take away what Tank has already accomplished, bro. He's already accomplished that at this point, he's the greatest boxer of this generation. Even if he start to lose or whatever happens, he's still kind of like, it's been because a generation to people is a decade. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you go more than a decade, then it's like when you go in God mode, immortal. That's you Floyd Mayweather and these people. But time is showing people that shit is not easy like people said. They're trying to discredit it for being, bro. What Floyd Mayweather did is unbelievable, bro. Facts. You know what I'm saying? And it's a small group of people that are going to be even close to accomplishing that. And Gervonta Davis has put himself in the seat of that. But do I believe that he is unbeatable? No. Do I think that there are boxers that are active and growing or just around right now that can beat bro and compete with him? Yes. And I also believe that to his fucking smart benefit, he's been avoiding certain people that have that capability of doing that. You can't do that in the NBA. You can't do that in the NFL. That's why even though as great as our greats are in those sports, it will never be a such thing as them having a perfect record because they always have to compete against the best around the world.
That's what we want to see.
And that's what the fans want to see. So the reason why Lamont Roach and what he accomplished is so big is because he added the final blemish that ended the most important part of the O era. Yeah. Gervonta Davis is the last important part. Yeah, Shakur Stevenson still has a perfect record. Yeah. He doesn't have an O. Yeah, Keyshawn Davis is coming up. He still has an O. But the original four horsemen, the original four chairmen of boxing in this generation, and the people that could looked at as the nephews and the sons and the next follow-up generation of the Floyd Mayweather era, all of their O's are basically gone. All races. Canelo, Gambosis, Teofimo Lopez, fucking Devin Haney, Ron Garcia.
Yeah, they're all gone.
They're all gone, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Terrence Crawford got it.
Terrence Crawford still has an O, but Eric Spencer's is gone. Like, there's people, these people matter. Eric Spencer, Sean Porter, motherfucking, the other dude that fought
Thurman.
Keith Thurman. Yeah. He just came back and got him a beautiful knockout win. People stopped believing in Keith Thurman over a one loss, or I think his shit was a disqualification of steroids or whatever it was. I forgot what it was. But the fact, Adrian Bunner, my other nigga that just fought Adrian Bunner,
old boy, that was
crazy man. I love him though. I love his crazy ass.
I forgot his name. He was wild.
Cobbs.
Blair Cobbs.
Blair Cobbs. Blair Cobbs. My nigga, whatchamacallit? Bam, Lil Bam Rodriguez. His O is gone. Fucking Victor Ortiz, I think his O is gone, isn't it? Or he still got his O. But fuck Victor Ortiz, the other nigga, Tim Su, his O is gone. It's so many huge, great boxers. It was a point where all of these people was undefeated. Yeah. Like, it was a real O era.
I like it, though. I like that.
I love it. It's better this way. It's better this way. But the point that I'm making is that right now, Lamont Roach right now is Buster Douglas to Mike Tyson. He is
So you don't take the rematch? You don't go out there?
He's the first Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury.
Yep.
If Deontay Wilder, just look at history like this. Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. Let's say Tyson Fury is Gervonta Davis, Deontay Wilder is Lamont Roach. If Lamont Roach doesn't fight Gervonta Davis again in a rematch, and he instead fights Shakur Stevenson, whatever the outcome of that fight, Lamont Roach is an A-list fighter for the rest of his life.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's
an interesting way to view it. That's different. That's how you know this. That's how you know this. He knows boxing.
It's business and it's boxing. And if Gervonta Davis was in the same shoes, he would have did that. No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. Why not? He did it with Cruz. Mm-hmm. He did it with Pitbull Cruz. Because why? Pitbull, see, one thing in boxing, skill set, defense, all that's one thing. But what people don't understand when they hear this term styles make fights, they don't understand what that fucking means. When you say styles make fights, nigga, that means everything about the style of you as a fighter and about your physical makeup, your arms being longer, your height, the way you live is the body work and going to the defending the body and having the ability to get up underneath the boxer. One of Gervonta Davis' biggest advantages in boxing is that a majority of people ask that he whoops is way taller than him.
Yeah.
Because Gervonta understands his leverage of his height and his weight and his power.
And bringing you down to that.
Bringing you down. No, he chops you down. He don't bring you down because most boxers are not getting low enough to be down there.
Yeah, but he knows them. He knows when they try to play him like, oh, this dude's naturally bigger and naturally a heavier weight. He wants to fuck with me. All right, well, meet me here because you claim you're that.
That's the weight bullying shit. That matters too, and we talking about that. But right now, I'm not talking about that. Right now, I'm talking about physical height.
Yeah, he's a monster. He's strategic with it. Yeah,
he knows how to get up under taller boxers.
Yeah,
but as soon as you give him a boxer that's his same height, that has all the skills of the defense, now it's a problem.
Yeah,
that's Cruz. But it's other boxers that fucked Cruz up. I'm not saying that Gervonta Davis can't beat him in the six, but that's the beauty of boxing. I'm a fan of Gervonta Davis just like anybody else. I'm just a real true boxing fan. Yeah. So I gotta give you, you know what I'm saying, a real analysis of boxing. But I knew Lamont Roach had the capabilities and the skill set to do what he did, and I also knew that he had the size. He's the right size. That's why it makes Shakur Stevenson a little bit scary, even though he's taller though. But he got the best defense of all of them, and he know how to.
He's more like Floyd with it. He moves around a lot. He could. When I look at, and I'm not saying he's Floyd.
He's more like Floyd Money Mayweather.
Yeah.
Not young Floyd.
Yeah.
He's more like Floyd Money Mayweather.
Defensive, like,
you know what I'm saying? But his punch package, he got his own punch package, but it's like he's picking up the Jamal Crawford punch package, and that's really what he needs. He needs a finisher's punch package. Thanks. But that nigga's a killer, though. Mm-hmm. Niggas that be speaking on Shakur Stevenson, all that pillow hand shit, that shit bushy. That man is a killer. I watch this man in the gym. I watch him on stage. That man is a killer. And the nigga's a master. He's the best defensive fighter of all the boxers. But who I just think is the best out of all of them in that group, in that era, I think Keyshawn Davis is the best.
Okay.
My personal opinion. Who I like how they think Tank Davis, I think Keyshawn Davis. I think Keyshawn Davis can just beat everybody.
I can't wait to
I think he has everything. I just think he has everything, bro. He got the killer instinct. He got the chin. He got the I don't give a fuck attitude. He not scared of nobody. He got the defense. His body work is beautiful. He comes from a fighting family. He's been fighting his whole life. He don't have he's fought in the Olympics. He's fought amateur. He's fought gym. He's fought on the big lights. He sell out stadiums. Like, you're not gonna bully him. You're not gonna punk him in no conference meeting. You're not gonna take him out to fight mentally. Like, bro, he's a cold-blooded killer. He's a shark. Like, he's really... It's the same thing with Gervonta, bro. I think Gervonta also is going through a lot personally with business and life and getting displeased with the sport. And he kind of, he had like a marksman list where I'm finna get these last 6 fights out the way and I'm be done with this shit.
Right.
But that's not what... Ultimately, that's just not what the fans and the people want to see. We want to see you compete against...
Yeah, we want to see the best against the best.
Everybody want to... And unfortunately, when the best actually starts fighting the best, the olds start to go away, bro. That's whether if you...
But it's okay, though. Like,
that's okay.
People got to stop fucking worrying about that shit.
Because everybody not Floyd.
That's what I asked Lamont Roach. I said, do you feel like you're in a better position You know, now that O is gone, or do you feel like it bothers you? Because some people just be like,
his O.
yeah, because he lost that O against Herring.
Right.
I believe. You know what I mean? So like after you take that one loss, it's like, okay, well now I gotta go out and prove it. And you're not so afraid anymore. A lot of it's like a team going into the playoffs and they're 16-0 and then going to win a Super Bowl and have that undefeated season. It's a lot harder then because you don't want to lose that one game.
And they end up crumbling at the end, but they still feel like, but damn, at least we had a perfect season, but we lost the Super Bowl.
We've seen it happen with the Patriots.
Right, exactly. So again, this where it all boils down back to perception. But in my personal opinion, how I feel like if you make it to that main stage and have a combative fight like that and make a moment in history like that, and you leave that bitch without an L, either side, nigga, fuck all that rematch shit of doing it. This ain't that's the point of also, this is not the NBA, nigga. Yeah. This ain't basketball. This ain't football. I'm not supposed to see you 4 times a season, 3 times a season, 2 times a season.
This ain't a 7-game series.
This not what that is.
So I want to ask you, what you think about the Paul brothers and their whole boxing thing?
I think they geniuses.
Good.
I think the Paul brothers are geniuses. I think Jake Paul has, I used to be talking shit to Jake Paul at a certain point. I was talking about fighting him when he was a lot smaller and he wasn't just that deep in the boxing. Right. But now I believe he's earned the right is to claim himself as an actual boxer, a real boxer, entertainer. He's making the money. He's selling out arenas. He's entertaining. He's funny. But, obviously it's a bunch of people that beat the shit out of him.
Right.
Obviously it's a bunch of real boxers that's way smarter than him that'll beat the shit out of him. It's even people that's like me, that's YouTubers and shit, rappers, and if we put the real work and the real effort and the real energy into it, we could beat Jake Paul too. A lot of people that he's beating in these boxing matches is people that's like allowing it, or they came for the money. But at the same time too, I'm not gonna take it, because anybody that viciously trains the way that we're training and the way that I see him train, and you are sparring and you are doing the diet and you are putting the work in, you are jogging, only a fucking idiot is going to think that they're not a good boxer anymore, or don't think they have any capability at all. No, he has capability. He has skills now. He's been doing it repetitively for years and years and years at a high level. He's making money. The nigga can fight now. This is what it is. But it's still people that'll whoop his ass. He got in the ring with Mike Tyson at 50 years old. And I'm more on the lines with Tank when Tank said, like, nah, nigga, you ain't hold back. You probably told Mike Tyson to hold back a little bit, but you ain't hold back like that. You ain't start holding back to the end. Now, I do give him the respect for not overdoing it. I will say that, though.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to say you didn't try, though. Like, I'm not going to sit up and act like you didn't put no effort out there and you wasn't trying to hurt Mike for a certain rounds. Yes, you was. But you got to a certain part where the respect and the love and the honor and the appreciation and the surrealness of, I'm in the ring with Mike Tyson. We just made all these millions of dollars. I appreciate this man for giving me this opportunity to be in the ring with me. What the fuck I look like trying to overly beat this old man up. He tired right now. Yeah. Like, I saw that part too. Yeah. But in the beginning, in the early rounds, and when Mike Tyson was fully energized and putting pressure on your ass, nah, you wanted, like, you were fighting.
So what you think of the glove biting? Because I don't remember Mike doing that shit. I believe
that all of that is true. I believe that Mike Tyson was holding himself back at a certain point when he had the higher amount of energy and endurance, and he's seeing the holes, because that goes back to the original part of boxing where we talked about, if I've been doing something it's like me playing Tekken versus somebody playing Tekken before they started adding all this new shit to Tekken. It's people that play Tekken right now that's good as fucking Tekken because of all of the new renditions and adjectives that they added onto the game, like Street Fighter. They've added so much shit to it, but if you go back to original Street Fighter, I'm gonna beat your ass, and I'll probably still beat your ass on the new shit too, because I'm a real gamer. I know these same combos and these same movements for 20 years straight. They just keep adding on to the game because technology advances and they want to get new customers. Right. Just like 2K, basketball, whatever. They added more onto it because we want to keep it refreshing, fun, and new customers. But the Hadouken, the moon to do a Hadouken is the same fucking buttons. Yeah. The fucking back forward Sonic Boom is the same. Sub-Zero, ice move is the same. The get over here, Luke Kane, hold the buttons.
Right there, boom.
Exactly. It's all the same shit. They're just adding more things and more combo breakers and fucking adding to call your teammate out and all that shit. It's the same thing with boxing. Mike Tyson sees certain holes and certain shit that he knows from being a 14-year-old, 13-year-old, 8, 9-year-old, whenever it was that he first got into boxing. It's way past Jake Paul's comprehension of boxing, even though he's been putting the last 5 years of his life into boxing. It's just certain advantages and certain skill set. It's like a basketball player that respects basketball to the rules and the blueprint of, I know when am I supposed to use the Euro step and how to implement these extra 4 steps that you don't understand because you're just thinking about basketball. I know how to get everywhere I want to be on the court within 4 dribbles. I respect and understand that if I'm an elite basketball player, I need to be able to make a decision and get to the goal or to the 3-point line within 3 or 4 dribbles of me possessing the ball without moving before I make my first dribble. Right. When the ball is in my hand and I'm right here doing this, if I'm elite, it does only take me exactly. I only need 3 or 4 dribbles to do that. That once you go out of 3 to 4 dribbles is when you go out of eliteness of basketball offensively from outside the paint. And even people that's in the paint stay really the same way. 3 to 4 moves, 3 to 4 shifts. Whoop, You know what I'm saying?
I want to start a sports podcast with Sauce Walka.
I know. I don't know everything, but I know enough. I don't know every. I don't be knowing niggas' names and shit. I forget people's names and shit a lot, but I understand.
But you know your shit.
Yeah,
you definitely know your shit.
So that's where the bite in the glove and Mike Tyson was holding back because there's just certain shit he see that the natural instinct is him. Ooh, I'll touch your chin right here. I could do this and touch you right here. But I'm not gonna act like Jake Paul ain't got it. He got it. He'll beat the shit out of a lot of people. He's to a point right now where it's a lot of people. He'll beat up.
He figured it out.
There's a lot of people that he can't beat up though at all.
Yeah, I don't know why the fuck he's trying to fight Canelo.
Canelo will beat the shit out of bro. Yeah. He will beat him like an assault. Like he might hurt. Like he might.
I don't think that shit makes sense
him.
At all. Yeah,
but it's fine. Go for your greatness, Jake. Jake Paul. Go for it because the money that you're gonna make and who you're gonna immortalize. That's what I'm trying to say. The dynamic between the two. In a situation like Jake Paul fighting Mike Tyson or fucking whatever his name is, Canelo Alvarez, he has nothing to lose because at the end of the day, I'm a little white kid that came from Disney Channel that made myself an aggressive warrior athlete.
He been one.
I'm winning already by my name and my face being next to yours. That's why people like Gervonta Davis and Canelo Alvarez don't do shit with the Sheik because I understand the moment that I stand next to the Sheik, he won. It don't fucking matter what the fight is. It don't matter who wins or draws. The moment that I accept the Sheik and I say I'm up under the Sheik and I'm making the Sheik the commissioner of the boxing NBA. Mm-hmm. Because he's got more money and resources than Queensboro and Matchroom Boxing and DAZN Boxing and PBC Boxing and all the Top Rank. I'm making everybody take the damn picture. It's certain people that understand. That's why Canelo waited so long before he said fuck it. That's why Gervonta Davis is still on the I'm still putting, man, fuck y'all. I'm Gervonta. I don't need none of that shit. Y'all kissing ass. I don't need that. You know what I'm saying? It's only so many people that can do that and is doing that. But from, it's certain people understand what it takes to be elite. And I'm just a person that can see that shit. So it don't make sense to me for Lamont Roach to risk his immortalness, because if he fights Gervonta Davis again and he lose, everything he just done means nothing anymore.
Right.
Because you're giving Gervonta all of the glory, all of the questions, everything. It's just like
I'm calling Lamont Roach first thing in the morning.
I'm sorry, bro. He should never fight.
Go get your bag.
I don't give a. Hey, listen, bro. You fight this man and you lose, you Deontay Wilder now.
Ooh.
Deontay Wilder could have, after that fight, and that would have been a draw, he could have continued to run around and fight every other boxer in the world for 20, 30, 40, 50, 80 million, and we would have waited for the time for them to ever get a ring again, but we would have never thought that he was a fucking sorry suck ass or one-hit wonder. Because when you knocked out Tyson Fury, he got up and that first match was a draw.
That was the Undertaker right there.
Yeah, that was the first match was a draw, but then after that he could continue to beat your ass and embarrass you.
Yeah.
For in which I'm a Deontay Wilder fan. I wish he never did that, but my DMs were not reaching him.
Yeah.
I wasn't famous enough or close enough to him, or people didn't respect my opinion in boxing for it to matter. Now it do. Now when I talk to boxers and I talk to people, Clarissa Shields, Benavidez, Keisha, all the big boxers follow me. A lot of them follow me
because you know your shit.
Because I've been in the sport.
The whole outline of this motherfucking interview was about to be boxing. We just got into it at the end.
Yeah, I love boxing
because I'm infatuated with just the sport in general, and I've been getting more and more
sports
into
period.
it. Yeah.
I love combat sports period. Jiu-jitsu, taekwondo, wrestling, anything about whooping ass and fighting with hands instead of weapons, or weapons that are not guns. You know what I'm saying? Like, I respect knives and swords and, nunchucks. I respect that shit because it takes more of a man and more balls to be willing to get injured or injure somebody in that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. A gun is like a fucking little magic machine that's doing all the hard work for you. But I respect that too.
Now, off of boxing, to close it out, recently in your hometown, I was trying to get into this earlier, Texas, Lil Ronnie was gunned down with his daughter, the 5-year-old. You being such a prominent figure in Texas, what did you feel when you saw that occur?
Man, I just feel sad and for the little girl, and that she just had to be a part of that and be in the wrong place in the wrong time. But who's to ever say being with your father is being in the wrong place at the wrong time? A little girl should be able to be with her family and be with her parents whenever she wants to. But I also would have to say that, people just got to look at the fact of a lot of people shouldn't be involved in this street shit and be involved in the things that come with this rap shit and this street shit and being in groups and being associated with groups of people, and the things that you do and the things that the things that other people do fall back on you because y'all in the same group and y'all associated with each other. Or even when you hustling, everybody got different shit going on, like, you know what I'm saying, how they make their money or how they hustling and shit like that. All of these things, if you're not doing them honest and fair and just, then they have repercussions for them, and sometimes the repercussions don't necessarily have the grace and the time to happen when you and your family would like for it to happen. Sometimes it may happen when your family get involved, and that's what's the responsibilities and the honor of being a man. And as a man, you should be leading yourself in a way and representing yourself in a way and making your decisions of who you choose to be friends, who you choose to represent and claim the same cliques and same groups, or who you decide to hustle with. If you hustling dice, selling weed, hard drugs, robbing, stealing, finessing people out their money. If you're doing anything that's unjust or not clean, or you're disrespecting people, or you are involved in groups of people that are disrespecting people, anything like that, and you're not holding accountability on yourself and the people that's around you that you connecting yourself with, then you're putting yourself and your family and the people that you love in danger. And that's not being a good man. That's not to say that you're not a man, but you just a man that's not necessarily thinking about the risk. And
men who lack awareness.
Yeah, you lack awareness. And to be aware is to be alive. Mm-hmm. So think How much does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
If you're not aware, then life is not going to allow you to live. And awareness has levels to it. To be aware does not just mean that you know to look left and right before you cross the street. To be aware is to know who you playing with and who you fucking with. And maybe I shouldn't be playing with this person.
Yeah.
Maybe this person got a little more power and a little more reach than I think that they got. Or maybe this person may not let this thing go at the time that I think that they should let it go, and not take it as serious that I should think that they should take it. But at the end of the day, nobody should put their hands on nobody should do anything to an innocent person or to a child or hurt a child, period. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, we would love and like for nobody to hurt a mother and stuff that either, but if we're going to be real, if we're going to be honest, if we're going to be gangster, when America go drop bombs on Syria or motherfucking the Ukraine go drop bombs on this person, they don't give a fuck about no kids. They care about killing this other country and we at war. We taking our shit. You know how many motherfucking kids getting killed all around the world because of wars and people that's loving good families and Christians and motherfucking Jews and Muslims that go home and kiss their kids on the forehead after they drop the bomb on all of them peoples?
Yeah.
So that's what come with money and power and respect and playing with people's shit. Stop playing with people if you're not really like that.
Yeah.
If you're not really on it. And then being really like that, being really on that means that certain times you can't be with your family. Ain't no being a daddy. Because you chose this street shit. You chose to be a part of other people that's in the street shit. You chose to rob somebody. You chose to shoot dice a certain type of way. You chose to steal somebody weed. You chose to steal somebody chain. You probably got your chain stole and you sent the retaliation back for your chain getting stole. And now niggas want to come in, whatever it is in life. If you really living like this, your kid don't need to be riding in a car with you and sitting in a car watch, especially if you're not spending the money and making the decisions to where you got people with guns around you watching you and your child. Because you are a warrior, you are a man of honor, you a boss, you a rapper, you a gangster. Fuck a rapper. Mm-hmm. These people that want to be Bloods, Crips, and clique representatives and shit like that, okay, nigga, why you at a car wash without your respectable men around you?
Yeah.
Or if you know you don't got your city like that, if you know you don't got power over your city and respect over your city like that, if you know you're not feeding the wolves on every side of the street. I don't know. In my city, in my state, it's no such thing as that with me. I'm in every wolf's den in my city. It ain't no such thing as coming in my city and spending no money on me. I already spent that money with them. We already friends. They already love me. We already together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So at the end of the day, if you're a person, it is big, that goes bigger than his situation. Even Dolph. I love Dolph. Respect the Dolph. Dolph legend. But as gangsters and as real niggas, we can sit in a room and even when my people that's PRE and family, we can sit amongst each other and be like, damn, bro, why bro did that? We love bro to death, but man, why bro do that to us like that? And this nigga, the smartest nigga in the world, we love bro. We look up bro and change our like, man, I wish I could have been there. In anybody's situation like that, you want to be the person to say, I wish I could have been there with bro to do the things that we normally do when we step out and do regular shit. I'm your brother or I'm your security or I'm the other people that's around you that's watching your back to make sure you could play with your daughter and chill with your daughter and be your regular self and not worry about somebody coming to take your life or rob or steal from you. But those things come with expenses. Mm-hmm. Those things come with other people's business and other people's responsibilities and taking care of their personals and their kids because they away from their kids to make sure you could be with your kids. So guess, nigga, are you a boss or are you a king or not? Are you a leader or not? Are you a warrior or not? Are you a god or not? Because when you choose the title of being these things, then there comes with something that's called no excuses. If somebody smack me and my kid together and I'm a gangster and I'm living a gangster lifestyle, nigga, don't be feeling sad for my daughter and me because, nigga, unfortunately, my daughter daddy was a gangster. Yeah. And that's something for me and my family personally that we gotta take responsibility and accountability for. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they got things called money, bulletproof, security, guns, respect, protection, alliances. These things matter if you want to go outside and rep a color. If you want to be a part of a group of people that antagonize other people or do dangerous things. If you're in the cartel, if you're in any type of faction of gangster shit, violence, street shit, and you consider yourself something or other people consider you something, then that means you're what's called a target. It doesn't matter if you're a good target or a bad target, you are still a target. So why the fuck are you not protecting your bullseye? That's just what it is, bro.
Facts and respect.
You know what I'm saying? Now, again, condolences, peace, love, joy, fortune to the mother of that child, to the families of that child, you know, to people that lost lives, period. You know what I'm saying? Anybody in the world that lost a life, lost family members. My heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to everybody in the world. But, you know, sometimes in life, bro, people gotta die.
Yeah.
Some people gotta go. Some people do things and say things they think they're not gonna be held accountable for. And some people steal shit and do shit to people and hurt other people's feelings and hurt other people and take lives and think that nobody gonna come and take theirs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Life is a big bubble, and it's a huge levy scale. It's a scale. So whatever you take from life, you need to be given as much of that back. You know what I'm saying? If you want to stay here for a long time.
Yeah.
And I'm just a firm believer in that. Like, I try to give as much as I can. And I know a lot has been taken away from me. And sometimes I'm put in a position where I got to take from others. And that's just the dog-eat-dog world that we live in, the survival of the fittest in the jungle. But I wish we lived in a world where everybody could be friends and everybody could be all up under one unity, and all of our children and our families could all be peaceful, because in a lot of, not all races, but other races on this level, meaning like regular community status. Once you get into the big millions of dollars, bro, it's no such thing as having big millions and big corporations and people not dying.
Yeah.
That's out of here.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody running no country, running no city, running no. You are only safe because of the people that are put in position of powers are killing people to protect you. I'm sorry.
Talk to him.
It hurts and it's fucked up and it's sad, but America is only the most powerful country in the world because of our military, not because of nothing else. Everybody else have obviously showed y'all that they could, not everybody, but the majority of the planet can make some of the resources and shit we got. They got phones, they got TVs, they got cars, they drive on the fucking right side, we drive on the left. Bro, the world is the world. But, you know, I wish peace and fortune to everybody that's involved in that situation. And for the future, it's like, I'm kind of numb to that shit because I've seen so many kids be murdered and killed unjustly in my community, in my upbringing, in my life, or just people in general, police brutality, killing people, kids, and at the end of the day, I be feeling like that shit fake when people be over into, oh man, y'all killing each other and niggas or black people, this, or we supposed to, like, bro, everybody, like, nigga, a lot of the wholesomeness and the peaceful shit that people be on be fake. Like, you ain't really for that shit. Because you'll be antagonizing somebody to fight each other and hurt each other tomorrow for your entertainment.
Did you hear what Charleston said about it?
Briefly.
He was saying, like, so we had him up here, and I was trying to get him to, like, change what he was saying, but because I know what he felt. But he was saying, man, he was like, fuck that baby and fuck him. And he's like,
I would never say that.
And he was saying,
I would
like,
never agree to that.
Facts. And he was saying,
I would never.
He was saying, I'm
fuck
saying
my
it
child.
because it ain't like what the baby went through. He's like, but I got my own shit that I got to deal with too, and they keep doing it. He's like, he actually mentioned what you mentioned about the babies in Syria and the babies in here and there. So what I wanted to say is, like, does that bother you, knowing, you know, Texas through and through, and that there's somebody speaking like that?
I feel like Charleston can say whatever the fuck he want to say. I fuck with some of the shit that he say, some of the shit I don't fuck with that he say. And I kind of feel like bro done put himself in a place where like he's a known snitch. Like he's a known, like from his original case that he caught when he was young to...
Because that video just went viral today.
Right, to the things that he do today. Like, even though some of it is for fake and some of it is for entertainment, he's a person that's just living in his truth and don't give a fuck. So I feel like people like that, if you a real street nigga or a gangster or just a real man of honor, you know when to take a person like that serious. And you never look at them as a threat. Because if you know what you capable of and what you do to people or what you can do, you will never look at a man like Charleston White as a threat. He's like a funny old nigga that has a peculiar vision and opinion, but it's a lot of truth in it's a lot of righteous. I hate to use righteous once a nigga start telling.
But like validity, what you
right?
say,
It's a lot of validity. It's a lot of truth because you're already a teller. You're a truth teller. You already. But
that's a good way to put
I have
it.
nothing against bro. You know what I'm saying? Besides that, I won't do the things that you did in that setting. But the fact that you are a truth teller, you living in your truth, and you able to tell that to other people, and some of the shit you say has a lot of value to it, and as far as niggas need to hear, because y'all be scared to say it or hear that shit because y'all fake. And that's the part I feel like motherfuckers say, oh, you feel like that until it's you. No, nigga, my mama dead already. I already know what death feel like. My little brother dead already. My mama died in my little brother's arms. My brother FaceTimed me. My mama's dying in his arms, and from her having cardiac arrest and a heart attack from the years and years of crack and heroin and drugs on her, and trying to move her come to Houston and talking to me with her gasping, dying breaths on a fucking FaceTime call. I buried my grandma's. I know death of my childhood best friend Mario Van Merlin dying right in front of us while we pull up to the scene of this robbery gone wrong, and my brother laying in the driveway and his blood smeared all over the cars and all over the garage because he drug himself 35, 45, or 100 feet, however many fucking feet it was from the inside of the house that he was robbing to the front driveway, and his blood is everywhere. And me being a 17, 18-year-old, whatever I was, kid, going out there and having to see my brother out there like that. Like, no, I know, I understand it, and I'm not afraid of experiencing it again because of the choices that I made in life and what I chose to be. Motherfucker come kill my daddy, kill my mama, kill my best friend, kill my daughter, kill my cousin. I know what I signed up for. Motherfucker do it to me. I know what I signed up for. So I don't expect the fucking, but people are still gonna do that because a lot of people are what's called, they're uninformed, and they're misguided and they're misinformed about the person that they're dealing with on a personal note, or they're looking over that because they only want to look at them as the entertainer and the sweet person that they loved at the moment. But at the end of the day, once you in this, like, this shit be coming with shit. When you choose to fuck with this shit, don't be this shit. It's all fun and games when you in front of the microphone and you on camera, but then when the feds come, nigga, it's real. Now you gotta stand up, man up. Or when the guns come and the death come and the violence come, nigga, your nigga wanna fight you, nigga wanna take your neck chain off your neck, nigga, you gotta put your life on the line, and you might get shot. You might get an injury to you where you're not gonna look the same.
Yeah.
You might can't go home to your kids. You might end up in a wheelchair. You know how many niggas I know that's in a wheelchair, nigga? They gotta shoot their dick up with steroids to fuck hoes, and they still a gangster. And they still chose to be in the streets. They ain't give up on this shit. They ain't changed. Nigga, they mama did, cousin. This type of person got killed on accident. Nigga, I got shot. I'm paralyzed from the whoop up, and they still in the strip club throwing up bees and sneaking guns in underneath they fucking wheelchair. Nigga, that's the streets. Like, if you really in this shit, then that's what it is, bro. So, and at the end of the day, if you want to make it in this shit, then you need to do right by everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And know when it's the time to be what some people may consider wrong, but you just got to know that what you are doing is justice. It's a justified reason. That's why when America or countries go and bomb and do things in war, in their mind, what they did was just. When the police officer slays a man in the middle of the street, his family thinks that you could have shot him with a taser. What's the fucking difference, though? In his family mind, his mom, his cousin, a peace officer, what you're supposed to do is dilute the problem, diffuse the problem, stop this person, and detain them. That doesn't necessarily mean, and we see a lot of times where people of different races and ethnicities than me and you, black and brown, mixed, not white, but Mexican and black, once they get out of that and they attack police officers and disrespect police officers, they don't get shot with a gun to die. Mm-hmm. They get beat, tasered, slammed, argued with, but they don't get murdered, right?
And even if they do, you don't see it.
And if they do, you don't see it. It's not publicized. It's not advertised. Yeah. It's not put in your face. So the point that I'm making is that everything is about perception, bro. So if the people or the persons that is doing something, if they have if they have evidence of all of these different reasons of why they had to do what they had to do, and it makes sense to a group of people more than just that person, then that means it was just. Because that's what a court of law is. It's either you're going to be tried by jury or you're going to be tried by this one person. But either way it go, it's a group of people listening to what happened. It's a group of people that's making a decision. It's a group of people exchanging opinions and ideas about what happened, and then we all making a verdict. So what creates justice and what's just is the reasons and the evidence behind whatever was the action that made you do the action, and do a bunch of people feel like that was worth saving a life, or that was worth taking a life, or that was worth risking a life. And if you in the streets and you choosing to put the streets up, or even if the streets you didn't choose it, the streets chose you, but you understand that you under a balance of what's called justice in the streets, you need to always be prepared and be ready for justice in the streets. Yeah. And that means sometimes you can't always protect yourself. Everybody got to go. Everybody got to die in one day, and you can't pick how you die. But if you know you in these streets and you live in a certain type of way, then that means your kids ain't supposed to be around you at all. At certain point in time, your kids can't be with you no more. I'm a blood and a crip and a whoopty whoop and a whammy wham. Yeah, that's over with. Or go out and denounce yourself from everything. Go where everybody was just doing all this shit, like how they put you off the set when you're in California, you don't want to be a Crip no more. You got to get fought out like how you got fought in. And you have to make a public announcement. I want to drop my flag. I don't want to be a gangster no more. I don't want nothing to do with violence. I don't want nothing to do with nobody. Please leave me alone. I'm like Charleston White now. I'm going to call the police on you. I'm a snitch. Then a nigga leave you the fuck alone and get out your way. Then want nobody do shit to you. And then you could take yourself and your talents to Massachusetts or wherever you at to do your thing.
Straight to Utah.
You see what I'm saying? But when you constantly fucking around and getting involved and doing this shit, you don't know what. Everybody doing something, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel bad for the families and the kids and everybody, but at the end of the day, I don't know what nobody be doing for me to just say what ain't and what woo. Facts, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what a nigga doing to another nigga. Motherfucker don't know what motherfucker doing. Who you might told on somebody. I don't know what nobody be doing, period.
Yeah, word.
Ain't my business. I just know, don't play with me and mine. I ain't one of them.
Sauce, we got to do this shit more often.
Ooh. Shit, shot.
I appreciate you, and I want to congratulate you on all the success, building an empire. Just everything that you're doing is amazing. Just keep doing it.
Thank you. I appreciate
I can't wait to see you in the boxing ring someday. Fuck one of these people up.
For sure. We doing that.
There's a project, baby. Sauce Walka. Let's get it.